Welcome dear student. In one another session, myself Darshana Sandeep Shinde from KK Wagh Institute of Pharmacy Chandori, Nasik. Today we discuss about the routes of drug administration. Though the topic is too big to cover in one session, that's why we divided into two sessions. In this session, we'll discuss about the enteral routes. Let's start our session. Learning outcomes of our today's session are: students should be able to understand oral routes, its advantages, disadvantages, sublingual route or buccal route, rectal or enema routes. Let's start our today's session. Routes of drug administrations are: the part taken by the drug to get into the body is known as the routes of drug administration. That means by which routes or by which way the drug is entered in our body. A drug may be in a ionized or in a unionized form. In a routes of drug administration, it is divided into the three parts. First one is enteral routes. Second one is parenteral routes. And third one is topical or local applications. First of all, we see the classification of routes of drug administration. In that, first one is enteral routes, second parenteral route, and third one is the local application or topical route. In the enteral routes, the first one is the oral route, then second one is the sublingual route, and third one is the enema. These are the three types of the enteral routes. Then there are again two types in a parenteral route. First one is the injections and second one is the inhalations. In injections are further divided into intradermal, subcutaneous, intramuscular, intravenous, then intraarticular, intrathecal, intramedullary, and intraarticulars, or so many of the ways. This is the classification of the routes of the drug administration. Then first we discuss about the enteral routes. Enteral routes is through the alimentary canal, or it might be the we see the classification of the enteral routes. First one is oral route, second one is sublingual or route or buccal cavity. It also may known as the buccal cavity, mouth cavity. Third one is the rectum or enema routes. This is the classification of the enteral routes. Let's see one by one. First one is the oral route. Oral route is very common. It is mostly used for the neutral drugs. It may be in the form of the tablets, capsule, syrups, emulsions or powder. It is very popular route and mostly favored by most of the population. Let's see the advantages of the oral route. It is very convenient. It is very convenient for the use. It is the cheapest available route. That is, there is no technically required person, trained person is required for this route. A patient can also take the medicines or the drugs by these routes. It is very easy to use. Then it is a safe and acceptable routes. Though oral route have lots of advantages, it should have some disadvantages also. The first one disadvantages is destruction of the drug by the gastric acid and digestive juices. Though this route is involved directly entry of the drug into the GIT, that's why the most of the drugs are destroyed by the gastric acid and digestive juices. Effect too slow for the emergencies. This route is not effective for the emergency cases. Unpleasant taste of the some drugs. Though orally by mouth cavity or by oral route, orally we take the drugs, the unpleasant taste can also be disadvantages of this route. Unable to use the unconscious patient. This is not used for the unconscious patients. When we see the oral route, we should understand what is meant by first pass effect. The first pass effect is the term used for the hepatic metabolism of the pharmacological agent. When it is absorbed from the gut and delivered to the liver via portal circulations. Greater the first pass effect, less agent will be reached the systemic circulation when the agent is administered orally. That means when you have taken the drug orally, it undergoes the hepatic metabolisms and it goes into the gut, that means GI tract, and it is delivered to the liver via the portal circulations. If the drug is greater first pass effect, it has the less absorption in the systemic circulations. That means greater first pass effect, absorption will be the very low in the systemic circulation, and if the first pass effect is a small or low, then absorption will be the greater. This is the vice versa. Then next we see the next route of administration of enteral routes, sublingual route. In this sublingual route involve the tablet placed under the tongue or between the cheeks or jiva. The drugs should be lipid soluble and small. This is the diagrammatic representation how the sublingual route can be applied. That under the tongue tablet or drug can be placed. Advantages of this route: rapid absorption takes place. Drug is dissolved easily under the tongue in the saliva. Drug enter the blood directly. Less first pass effect. Though drug is directly enter into the blood, it undergo the less first pass effect. Then spitting out of the drug removes its effect. If the patient do not have the comfort, or drug maybe produces irritation, then it is very easy to throw out by spitting. Then we see the disadvantages of the sublingual route. This method is inconvenient. Irritation of the mucous membrane might occur. Person may swallow the drug. Might be unpleasant in the taste if the drug is unpleasant in the taste. Example of the drugs given by this route include the nitroglycerin, isoprenaline, oxytocin, nifedipine, used for the treatment of the hypertension. In the emergency, it is given by the sublingual route. That is, sublingual route is preferred for the emergency cases. That is opposite from the oral route. Oral route is not suitable for the emergency cases. Third one is the rectal route. Drug in a solid form such as the suppositories or in the liquid forms such as enema are given by this route. This route is mostly used in old patients. Drugs may have the local or systemic action after the absorption. Advantages of rectal route. This route is preferred in unconscious or uncooperative patient. This one is the major advantages over the other routes. This route can also be preferred for the unconscious and uncooperative patient. This route avoids the nausea, vomiting, though the drug is not undergo the GI tract. That's why it do not give the nausea and vomiting effect. Drug cannot be destroyed by the enzymes. Obviously, it is not given drug undergo the GIT or from the GIT. That's why destruction of the enzyme is not possible. This route is preferred in a drug is irritant. If the drug is irritant, then doctor advise for this drug. Then disadvantages of the rectal route. It is very inconvenient to take. Absorption is slow and irritant. Then irritation and inflammation of the rectal mucosa can also be occur because rectal mucosa is very sensitive. This is all about the internal route. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you have any queries related to this lecture, you can contact me. This is my mail ID. Once again, thank you.